बाकी कंटिंजेंट जल्द ही परेड प्रांगण पर आएंगे और दाहिने और बाएं मुड़कर अपने स्थान पर खड़े होंगे।
To the gates of the quartermaster's fort, marching smartly to the inspirational tunes of the academy song. हम NDA के कैडेट हैं। Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the contingents marching onto the parade ground to take their positions. The magnificent charger atop which the adjutant is astride is Reliant Robin. This splendid and dynamic charger was born in 2009 and has been allotted to the National Defence Academy by Remount and Veterinary Corps in 2020. This is the 11th parade,
a way of life in which the highest and the noblest attributes of discipline, character and courage are not only blended but also nurtured and nourished.
Going back to the genesis of this institution, the National Defence Academy came into being at Khadakwasla in 1955. Khadakwasla was chosen as the site on account of its proximity to an operational airfield at Pune, its closeness to the sea, plenty of area for military training, and of course, its salubrious climate.
देवियों और सज्जनों, निशान टोली निशान को परेड पर ला रही है। आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि निशान को समुचित सम्मान प्रदान करने हेतु कृपया खड़े हो जाएं तथा जो वर्दी में है वो अकादमी कैडेट कैप्टन की कमांड पर सैल्यूट करें। Ladies and gentlemen, the Nishan Toli will now bring in the President's colors. When the colors are brought in, you are requested to rise and those in uniform will salute at the word of command of the Academy Cadet Captain.
President's colors were presented to the National Defense Academy in recognition of the highest standards of training imparted here.
It is the privilege of the cadets of the passing out course to carry the President's colors. In keeping with this tradition, the cadets carrying the President's colors to the parade ground are Squadron Cadet Captain Pranjal Shankdhar, flanked by Cadet Sergeant Major Adi Singh and Cadet Sergeant Major Kushagra Verma. Ladies and gentlemen, the parade is now lined up for review. The cadet commanding today's parade is Academy Cadet Captain Mayank Chaudhary.
The officer on the charger to your extreme left is the adjutant, Lieutenant Colonel Avinash Pandey, Sena Medal. Lieutenant Colonel Avinash Pandey is an alumnus of the 121st Course, Echo Squadron of the National Defense Academy. An accomplished infantry officer, he was commissioned into the 5th Battalion of the Kumaon Regiment in December 2012, possessing wings. Additionally, he has undertaken an overseas assignment as part of United Nations Peacekeeping Force in Democratic Republic of Congo, where, for his exemplary courage, he was awarded with Sena Medal, Gallantry. The officer has been adjudged as an instructor in all courses and was awarded Best Foreign Student during Officers Weapon Course in Bangladesh. He is also a graduate of Defense Services Staff College, Wellington. The officer has assumed the appointment of adjutant on 7 June 2025.
He is ably assisted by the Assistant Adjutant, Major Aditya Nikra, an alumnus of National Defense Academy, 132nd Course, Juliet Squadron. The Armored Corps officer was commissioned into 57th Armored Regiment on 9th June 2018. The officer has the honor of commanding the passing out parade and is the proud recipient of the President's Gold Medal at Indian Military Academy. He has actively served as Recce Troop Leader and Squadron 2IC of his regiment along western borders and along the line of actual control in Operation Snow Leopard. His achievement embarks the induction of Tank T-90s and validating various tank runs along critical areas in treacherous terrain of eastern Ladakh. The officer was adjudged the best and was awarded the coveted Silver Centurion in Young Officers Course, Armor, adjudged as the best gunner in Armament Instructor Course and as best student in Tank Technology Course as well. He has been awarded with General Officer Commanding 18th Rapid Appreciation Certificate in 2019, General Officer Commanding in Chief Southwestern Command Commendation Card in 2020, and Snow Leopard Armored Brigade Commander's Medallion in 2022. Major Aditya Nikra took over the appointment of Assistant Adjutant in July 2025.
The actual footwork of training the cadets of the National Defense Academy in all aspects of drill is led by Subedar Major Honorary Lieutenant Dharmraj Gurung from 4th Battalion, of the 1st Gorkha Rifles. The drill Subedar Major served as an instructor at the National Defense Academy and the Indian Military Academy. As regards the lineup of the contingents on parade, we have 18 squadron-wise contingents standing as per their positions in the championship banner of Autumn Term 25. And concluding the lineup is the contingent of appointments. In the center of the parade stands the Nishan Toli, proudly carrying the President's colors.
A cadet's initiation to the academy requires him to pledge himself to the nation, which is done under the aegis of the adjutant at the Hut of Remembrance, the Sanctum Sanctorum of the National Defense Academy. The hut serves as a constant reminder to the cadets of the lofty traditions of valor, courage, and sacrifice of their predecessors. Before the start of every term, the adjutant narrates to the cadets the importance of the Academy Honor Code and the Cadets Pledge.
During a cadet stay at the academy, they remind themselves of their pledge to the nation by reciting the NDA prayer at the start of each day. It is essential that the cadets imbibe the right principles and are guided by a tangible code of conduct that spells out the right and the wrong. The National Defense Academy Honor Code was thus promulgated in March 1998 by Admiral Arun Prakash, the then Commandant. It sees the cadet through his basic training and even thereafter in life. The cadets dedicate themselves to the nation with the honor code guiding their conduct. The code embodies a tradition and a rallying point, ensuring an openness to enhance one's character and being guided by one's peers in the right direction.
Ladies and gentlemen, in today's parade, the first two salutes would be dummy salutes, as the dignitaries who would be taking the salute would be present only for the final passing out parade.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now awaiting the arrival of Air Vice Marshal Rajesh Verma, Vayu Sena Medal, Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor, National Defense Academy. Air Vice Marshal Rajesh Verma, Vayu Sena Medal, was commissioned into the helicopter stream of the Flying Branch of Indian Air Force in 1994 and has flown nearly 5,000 hours on various types of helicopters and fixed-wing trainer aircraft. During his 31 years of service, the officer has undergone most of the mandatory professional courses in Indian Air Force and has held various command, staff and instructional appointments. He is a graduate of Flying Instructor School, Tactics and Air Combat Defense Establishment, Defense Services Staff College, College of Air Warfare and National Defense College, Bangladesh. The officer has commanded a helicopter unit and an operational Indian Air Force base and has served as directing staff at Tactics and Air Combat Defense Establishment, Defense Services Staff College and College of Air Warfare. His staff appointments include a tenure in the Policy Officers Branch, Staff Officer to Air Officer Commanding-in-Chief, Eastern Air Command, and Principal Director Training at Air Headquarters. The officer is a sports enthusiast and plays badminton, table tennis, and cricket. Ladies and gentlemen, Air Vice Marshal Rajesh Verma, Vayu Sena Medal, Deputy Commandant and Chief Instructor, National Defense Academy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now awaiting the arrival of Vice Admiral Anil Jaggi, Ati Vishesh Seva Medal, Commandant, National Defence Academy. Vice Admiral Anil Jaggi assumed the appointment of Commandant, National Defence Academy on 1st November 2025. The Admiral is an alumnus of the Indian Naval Academy and was commissioned in the Indian Navy on 1st July 1993. The flag officer is a navigation and direction specialist, and in a career spanning over 3 decades, he has tenated various operational, staff, diplomatic, and instructional assignments. As a navigating officer, he served on board various frontline fleet ships of the Indian Navy. His subsequent afloat appointments include command of the missile vessel INS Veer, which was adjudged the most spirited ship of the 22nd Missile Squadron during his tenure. He also served as the executive officer of the frigate INS Tabar and later commanded the stealth frigate INS Sahyadri, which was declared the best ship of the Eastern Fleet under his command. He is a graduate of the Defence Services Staff College, Wellington, and the prestigious Naval War College, Goa. In addition to the career courses, the Admiral also successfully completed the United Nations Observer course. Ladies and gentlemen, Vice Admiral Anil Jaggi, Ati Vishesh Seva Medal, Commandant, National Defence Academy.
National Defence College, Bangladesh. The officer has commanded a helicopter unit and an operational Indian Air Force base and has served as directing staff at Tactics and Air Combat Defence Establishment, Defence Services Staff College and College of Air Warfare. His staff appointments include a tenure in the Policy Officers Branch, Staff Officer to Air Officer Commanding-in-Chief.
Commanded the stealth frigate INS Sahyadri, which was declared the best ship of the Eastern Fleet under his command. He is a graduate of the Defence Services Staff College, Wellington, and the prestigious Naval War Wellington. In the rank of Commodore, the senior officer gained rich and valuable experience in matters of foreign cooperation and international relations during his assignments as the Naval Advisor at the High Commission of India, London, and as Commodore Foreign Cooperation at Naval Headquarters, New Delhi. After promotion to the rank of Rear Admiral, he was appointed as the flag commanding Gujarat, Daman and Diu Naval Area. Prior taking over the reins of Commandant, National Defense Academy, he was Flag Officer Commanding pertaining to administration, infrastructure projects, welfare and well-being of the naval community under the purview of the Western Naval Command. Ladies and gentlemen, Vice Admiral Anil Jaggi, Ati Vishesh Seva Medal. The reviewing officer for today's parade.
The most of them have had their baptism with fire in the wars since independence. Some where blizzards and snowstorms rule. Some where the wind blows full of sand. Some where the wind pulled arguments
The sky and sun in the uncharted space above. But like professional soldiers, they were conscious of the hazards of the profession they had chosen and were conscious of the contribution they were making to safeguard the sovereignty of our nation. In this long march to glory, our alumni have demonstrated exemplary courage and dedication both in war and peace. They have defended our borders, kept the territorial waters safe for the nation, and touched its sky with glory. The list of our alumni who have distinguished themselves in war would read like a veritable who's who of Indian heroes. Till date, these heroes have been awarded 3 Paramveer Chak, 32 Mahavir Chak, 167 Veer Chak, 12 Ashok Chak, 47 Kirti Chak, and 168 Shaurya Chak.
There are some whom we always remember with special fondness. Captain Gurbachan Singh.
Gold Squadron proudly carrying the Chiefs of Staff banner. The second contingent is of Charlie Squadron. The third contingent is of Romeo Squadron. The fourth contingent is of Kilo Squadron. The fifth contingent is of Delta Squadron. The seventh contingent is of Alpha Squadron. The eighth contingent is of Mike Squadron. The ninth contingent is of Bravo Squadron. The Nishan Toli proudly carry the President's colors. The 10th contingent is of India Squadron. The 11th contingent is of November Squadron. The 12th contingent is of Lima Squadron. The 13th contingent is of Hunter Squadron. The 14th contingent is of Oscar Squadron. The 18th contingent is of Panther Squadron.
Concluding the lineup is the appointments contingent, led by Academy Cadet Adjutant Piyush Rautela. The list of achievements of National Defense Academy alumni is endless. Apart from gallantry in war, our alumni have displayed exemplary courage and self-sacrifice even while they have been away from the battlefield. The Ashok Chakra, the highest peacetime gallantry award, winners of National Defense Academy are 2nd Lieutenant P.M. Raman, 6th Coast, Alpha Squadron; Wing Commander Rakesh Sharma, 35th Coast, Juliet Squadron; Colonel N.J. Nair, 38th Coast, India Squadron; Major Sudhir Kumar, 72nd Coast, Juliet Squadron; Captain A.S. Jasrotia, 73rd Coast, Echo Squadron; Major R.K. June, 78th Coast, Kilo Squadron; 2nd Lieutenant Rakesh Singh, 79th Coast, Bravo Squadron; 2nd Lieutenant Puneet Dutt, 87th Coast, Echo Squadron; Major Sandeep Unikrishnan, 94th Coast, Oscar Squadron; Major Mohit Sharma, 95th Coast, India Squadron; Major D. Raghuraman, 95th Coast, November Squadron; Captain Harshan Radhakrishnan, 101st Coast, Gold Squadron; and Group Captain Shubhanshu Shukla, 108th Coast, Hunter Squadron.
The cadets of National Defense Academy follow in the footsteps of some of our illustrious alumni who scaled the highest peaks in the Himalayas, sailed for yachting. Wing Commander Yashwant Anil Narayan Petkar swam across the English Channel twice, creating national and Asian record.
मेजर अभिजीत सिंह माउंट एवरेस्ट चढ़ने वाले पहले पूर्व एलमनस हैं। अर्जुन पुरस्कार प्राप्त करने वाले कर्नल राजनस हैं। अर्जुन पुरस्कार प्राप्त करने वाले कर्नल राजवर्धन सिंह राठौर
Also mentored Team Navika Sagar Parikrama and completed the Cape to Rio race in a record time of 20.8 days in 2017, for which he holds a Limca book record.
Commander Chirag Anand, 121st Coast, Juliet Squadron, and his co-pilot was Squadron Leader Gaurav Kumar Dev, 128th Coast, Mike Squadron. The second flypast will be by 3 Super Dimona aircraft in 3 Shakti formation. The first aircraft will be flown by Wing Commander Tanwar, 106th Coast, Hunter Squadron, and his co-pilot will be Squadron Leader Ronkar, 126th Coast, Lima Squadron. The second aircraft will be captained by Wing Commander R.K. Sharma, and his co-pilot will be Wing Commander Manu, 114th Coast, Juliet Squadron. The third aircraft will be flown by Group Captain Mangesh Sade, 91st Coast, Charlie Squadron, and his co-pilot is Squadron Leader Abhilash. The third flypast will be by 3 Su-30 aircraft in Rhino formation. Flying the first aircraft will be Group Captain Ronit Banerjee, and his co-pilot will be Flight Lieutenant Shubdeep Aulak, 140th Coast, Oscar Squadron. The second aircraft will be flown by Wing Commander S.P. Lai, 119th Coast, Kiro Squadron, and his co-pilot will be Squadron Leader Varun Dhaya, 128th Coast, Hunter Squadron. The third aircraft will be flown by Wing Commander Aniket Patil, 120th Coast, India Squadron, and his co-pilot will be Flight Lieutenant Thokcham Thompson Mehdi, 139th Coast, Mike Squadron.
In all nations, martial music has accompanied feats of arms, serving the twofold purpose of inspiring the troops to fight and as a method of conveying orders. It was used in the time of battle as means of exciting that grand passion which the fiercest of a nation could not. Playing this inspiring music today, we have 4 bands. These bands are the National Defence Academy Military Band, led by Subedar C. Shankar, the National Defence Academy Pipe and Drums Band, led by Naib Subedar B. N. Kamble, the Naval Military Band, led by Master Chief Petty Officer Pal Raj, the Artillery Center Nasik Band, led by Naib Subedar Manoj Sahu.
देवियों और सज्जनों, आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि जब निशान टोली निशान के साथ आपके सामने से गुजरे, तब कृपया खड़े हो जाएं तथा जो वर्दी में हैं वे कृपया सल्यूट कर निशान को सम्मान प्रदान करें। Ladies and gentlemen, when the निशान टोली passes in front of you, you are requested to rise, and those in uniform will salute as a mark of respect for their president's colors.
Leading the parade is Academy Cadet Captain Mayank Chaudhary, followed by the cadets of Gold Squadron, proudly carrying the Chiefs of Staff banner. The contingent is led by Squadron Cadet Captain Ayush Kant Chaubey.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can now see the second flypast by 3 Super Demona aircraft in Trishakti formation.
The contingent of Charlie Squadron, led by Squadron Cadet Captain Yagya Bharat Pathak. The contingent of Romeo Squadron, led by Squadron Cadet Captain Jatin Singh Bisht. The contingent of Kilo Squadron, led by Squadron Cadet Captain Vikrant Dhaka. The contingent of Delta Squadron, led by Squadron Cadet Captain Nima Sanghe Tamang. The contingent of Juliet Squadron, led by Squadron Cadet Captain Rohit Kumar.
Squadron Cadet Captain Bhavesh Kumar. The contingent of November Squadron, led by Squadron Cadet Captain Manas Sharma. The contingent of Lima Squadron, led by Squadron Cadet Captain Aditya Pratap Singh. The contingent of Hunter Squadron, led by Squadron Cadet Captain Chirag Chaudhary. The contingent of Oscar Squadron, led by Squadron Cadet Captain Yaduraj Nambiar. The contingent of Echo Squadron, led by Squadron Cadet Captain Amit Singh. The contingent of Foxtrot Squadron, led by Squadron Cadet Captain Ayushi Patel.
Participation in these camps in the academy prepares them for further military challenges and helps in building an overall sense of camaraderie, bonhomie, team spirit, and quick adaptation to unknown and difficult conditions.
Ladies and gentlemen, among various sports events which happened during spring term 26, the inter-squadron basketball competition was won by Foxtrot Squadron. The inter-squadron hockey competition was won by Charlie Squadron. The inter-squadron cross-country competition, which tests the physical and mental endurance of our young cadets, was won by Delta Squadron.
Ladies and gentlemen, the equestrian training team of National Defense Academy has won the General Thimaiya Polo Cup 2026, which was played between the cadets of National Defense Academy and Indian Military Academy at New Delhi on 24th March 2026. The team also won a total of 31 medals in the Delhi Horse Show 2026, held at the same venue, which includes 9 gold, 11 silver and 11 bronze medals. Also, the team secured 6 highly commanded positions in various events. A total of 4 blues, 5 half blues and 8 merit cards were awarded to cadets in spring term 2026 on the basis of their exceptional performance in riding.
Ladies and gentlemen, we take immense care at National Defense Academy to ensure the all-round development of our cadets and the various activities directed towards this end. It goes without saying that the primary aim of this institution is to produce military leaders. The results of the training here are seen in the many wars India has fought over the years and the senior appointments achieved by the alumni. The National Defense Academy can take justifiable pride in the fact that its alumni have brought glory to themselves and their alma mater on the battlefield time and again. The number of gallantry awards won by our alumni is ample testimony to this fact.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you look to the extreme left, you can see Divisional Cadet Captain Dheeraj Meena from Golf Squadron coming to hand over the Chiefs of Staff banner to Drill Instructor Company Havildar Major Gurpreet Singh of 13th Battalion of the Sikh Light Infantry, who is receiving this on behalf of the Academy, so that it can now be presented to the squadron that has won the championship this term. Earlier, we had the Commandant's banner for the champion squadron. The Chiefs of Staff banner was instituted during term 1980. Bravo Squadron was the first to win it then.
Ladies and gentlemen, on today's parade, we have both female and male cadets as cane pilots. These cadets are Sergeant Bhanu Pratap Singh Rathore, Cadet Sadhak Sakola, Sergeant Sarthak Raj Patil, Sergeant Naveen, Cadet Shubham Singh Mehra, Cadet Aditya Jayant Maheskar, Cadet Khushi Kumari, and Cadet Gargi. The names of the cadets for table Toli are Cadet Ariman Paintse, Cadet Bharat Singh Rathore, Cadet Abhinandan Gupta, Sergeant Mayank Singh Sajwan, Cadet S.N. Gosavi, and Cadet Rajat Singh.
The reviewing officer will present medals to the award winners in a short while. The silver medal for the best all-round army cadet is awarded to Battalion Cadet Captain Rohit Kajla of India Squadron. The silver medal for the best all-round naval cadet is awarded to Cadet Quartermaster Sergeant Donthala Jeevan Chaitanya of Bravo Squadron. The silver medal to the best all-round Air Force cadet of the passing out course goes to winner of the Chiefs of Staff banner, Charlie Squadron.
The silver medal for the best all-round army cadet is awarded to the cadet standing first in training activities conducted by the Army Training Team. These activities include firing, weapon training, map reading, tactical training, and handling communication equipment. The silver medal for the best all-round Air Force cadet is awarded to the cadet standing first in training activities conducted by the Air Force Training Team. These activities include training on service subjects and performance in flying.
The silver medal to the best all-round naval cadet is adjudged on the basis of his excellence in service subjects like general navigation, astronavigation, and rules of road, conducted by the Naval Training Team at National Defense Academy.
The Chiefs of Staff banner is awarded to the squadron standing first in the overall championship. The championship is decided on the basis of points gained by the squadron in the various inter-squadron competitions held during the term.
Squadron Cadet Captain Yagya Bharat Pathak of Charlie Squadron will receive the Chiefs of Staff banner. The pride of these four young men is evident as they march forward to receive their well-deserved awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, a carrier belt is being slung over the shoulder of Squadron Cadet Captain Yagya Bharat Pathak of Charlie Squadron so that he can now receive the coveted Chiefs of Staff banner.
The reviewing officer is now requested to present medals to the award winners and the Chiefs of Staff banner to the champion squadron of this term. The silver medal for the best all-round army cadet is awarded to Battalion Cadet Captain Rohit Kajla of India Squadron. silver medal for the best all-round naval cadet is awarded to Cadet Quartermaster Sergeant Donthala Jeevan Chaitanya of Bravo Squadron. The silver medal to the best all-round Air Force cadet of the passing out course goes to Squadron Cadet Captain Bhavesh Kumar of India Squadron. Winner of the Chiefs of Staff banner, Charlie Squadron. इन कैडेटों ने न केवल अपने स्क्वाड्रन का नाम गौरवान्वित किया है, बल्कि अपने माता पिता का शीर्ष भी गर्व से ऊंचा कर दिया है।
40 स्क्वाड्रन के कैडेटों के लिए भी यह अत्यंत हर्ष व उल्लास का समय है कि उन्होंने पढ़ाई, शारीरिक प्रशिक्षण, खेलकूद व क्वायद जैसी गतिविधियों में अपनी महारत साबित कर चीफ ऑफ स्टाफ के प्रतिष्ठित ध्वज को प्राप्त किया है। चैंपियन स्क्वाड्रन होने के कारण 40 स्क्वाड्रन के कैडेट अब दाहिने कंधे पर लैंडयार्ड लगाने के साथ साथ अपने स्क्वाड्रन भवन के आगे 2 समारोहिक तोपें भी रख सकते हैं। साथ ही वे अपने स्क्वाड्रन भवन पर चीफ ऑफ स्टाफ के प्रतिष्ठित ध्वज को फहरा भी सकते हैं।
The medal winners are marching back to take their positions. It is indeed a proud moment for them as well as for all those who have been associated with their training here and, of course, for their parents. For the cadets of Charlie Squadron, it is also a special occasion as they have been declared the champion squadron and have received the prestigious Chiefs of Staff banner. The distinction of being the champion squadron entitles the squadron to put up the banner atop the squadron building next term. It also entitles the squadron to display 2 ceremonial guns at the entrance to the squadron, symbolizing their achievement.
It gives the cadets of the squadron the proud privilege of wearing the red-colored lanyard on the right shoulder, unlike the cadets of all the other squadrons who wear it on the left shoulder. It is indeed a rare honor for Charlie Squadron because they've been adjudged the champion squadron.
The reviewing officer is requested to kindly address the parade.
Distinguished guests, proud parents, members of the media, cadets on parade, children from various schools, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure as the Commandant of National Defense Academy to review the passing out parade of Spring Term 26. This parade is of significance as it heralds the culmination of training of the 150th course of NDA. This revered Khetrapal Parade Ground has seen generations of cadets march over it with pride and precision. If the parade ground could speak, It would narrate glorious tales of how many a stalwart who refined their power of command and learned to dig their heels here went on to serve their respective service and the nation with glory. This prestigious academy has been the inspiration of many sagas of courage and valor, and it is therefore no wonder that NDA is referred to as the cradle of military leadership. The academy proudly preserves jointness in training, its rich traditions and customs, which form the very edifice on which the academy has endured since its inception. The cadets standing smartly before you take immense pride in upholding these traditions in letter and spirit. I must, however, also acknowledge that the training imparted at this academy has adapted over the years to remain contemporary, relevant, and future-oriented without losing its basic tenets and essence. Evolving demands on the nation, as well as our defense forces, and the implications of the emerging changes in the outside world, be it of technology, culture, education, or simply the changes in lifestyle and behaviors of the new generations, have been considered while executing reforms in the training of cadets. For the benefit of audience present here, let me highlight a few of the transformative changes that have been implemented in the recent times. These are expansion of the academy with 2 more squadrons, implementation of BTech curriculum, and induction of the first batch of female cadets in 2022. Further, greater exposure to emerging new technologies is being provided through basic drone training, artificial intelligence and robotics club, and increased utilization of simulators. With national education policy, appointment of female physical training instructors, and adoption of best practices of sports medicine specialization to enhance performance and reduce injuries to cadets. Execution of these is being complemented by modernization of the administrative, training, and academic infrastructure at NDA. After the brief description of the historical context and vision of this academy, let me now focus on the present. This term, spring term 26, has been a productive term and a good one. NDA hosted the Sabiki Cup Sports Championship and finished runners-up amongst the 6 pre-commissioning service training academies. Cadets also excelled in various notable events outside NDA. They emerged as winners in General Timaiya Polo Cup, had the highest medal tally in Delhi Horse Show, gave a good performance in the General J.J. Singh Shooting Championship, and earned laurels in the open sailing at Karwar. These achievements reflect the competitive spirit and holistic capabilities of the NDA cadets. The term training. For the first time, new generation equipment, surveillance centers, and drones were introduced in the training camps. State-of-the-art ship handling and drone training simulators have also been established for imparting experiential training to cadets. Maiden participation of female cadets in the Sabiki Cup, a notable rise in proficiency awards, first award of Best in Sports trophy to a female cadet, and introduction of rowing competition for the female cadets are other accomplishments. These have added depth and inclusiveness to the training imparted at the academy. Coming back to the parade, standing in front of us today are 1,250 cadets from various terms of NDA. Among these cadets in smart white patrols are 353 cadets of the 158th passing out course, which includes 18 female cadets of the third batch and 24 foreign cadets from 12 friendly foreign countries. The passing out course is hence values that you have cultivated here to your next phase of training. Reach back to the honor code, NDA prayer, and let the values of duty, honor, and courage, Naam, Namak, or Nishan, guide you through every challenge that you face. And when you take the Antim Pag, remember that this is not an end but a beginning. Years of training and hardships that you have endured were not merely to test you on your discipline, professional, physical, and mental standards, but to show you what you are capable of and what you can achieve in your life ahead. Kudos are also due to the cadets who have been awarded medals and distinctions for good all-round performance and for excelling in the training at the Academy. My heartfelt appreciation to the parents and families for constantly providing support to their sons and daughters throughout the training and for dedicating their wards in the service of nation. Efforts of the junior term cadets on parade who have been part and parcel of this impressive drill and have stood alongside their six-termers also merits a special mention. Activities associated with this passing out parade would not have been possible without the efforts and dedication of the officers, drill ustads, and staff. They have been the catalysts for the high standards of drill, immaculate turnout, and synchronization that was on display today. A big shabash for the military band who added grace and vibrancy to this parade with their martial music. I also convey gratitude from Team NDA to Headquarters Southern Command, Air Force Station Lohgaon, and all other defense organizations in Pune for their unstinted support. In conclusion, I will admit to the cadets on KPG that the drill and marching you put on display today was excellent. However, I am also sanguine that this is just the trailer and climax abhi baki hai. For you will raise the bar many notches higher and the real crescendo of your marching boots and Josh will rise on 30th May in front of the reviewing officer and your parents. Make the academy, your instructors, and of course your parents swell with pride as they watch you in your moment of glory. All the best for the final parade. Seva Parmo Dharma. Jai Hind.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the President's colors are being carried off the parade ground, you are requested to rise and those in uniform will salute at the word of command of the Academy Cadet Captain. Ladies and gentlemen, What you just witnessed was the third flypast by 3 Su-30 aircrafts in Rhino formation.
The President's Color Award is one of the highest honor that is bestowed upon any military unit. It is also known as Rashtrapati Ka Nishan in Hindi. A special flag known as Nishan is given to the unit as part of the award. The President's Color Award is a prestigious honor awarded by the President, Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces Unit, to any Armed Forces unit that has rendered exceptional service to the nation. While the practice of carrying colors into the battlefield has stopped, the tradition of receiving, holding, and parading the color continues even today in the armed forces.
अब कैडेट परेड की समाप्ति के लिए अपना अपना स्थान ले रहे हैं। दीक्षांत समारोह का गौरव व गरिमा से पूर्ण अवसर कैडेटों के 3 वर्ष के कठिन परिश्रम का सबसे महत्वपूर्ण दिन है।
The cadets are now forming up in preparation for the culmination of the parade. The cadets of the passing out course will proceed towards the Antim Pug at the quarterdeck. The Antim Pug is marked at the quarterdeck, which symbolizes the passing out of the cadets of the 150th course. Later, when the band will play the lilting tune of Odd Lang Syne, which will take most of you on the memory lane, the junior cadets will go back to the quartermaster's fort away from you, and the cadets of the passing out course will march towards the quarterdeck. The parade will culminate with cadets of the passing out course and the junior courses forming up and marching slow.
Crossing the threshold of the quarterdeck enables them to join the galaxy of National Defense Academy alumni. This is a day of mixed sentiments. The joy of success and sorrow of separation stand as a testimony to the firm concepts of discipline and determination which molds them as young leaders.
The passing out parade is a moment of retrospection to see how discipline has shaped our young cadets. Discipline has always been the bedrock of training at the National Defense Academy. As old order changes, yielding place to new, the discipline at the National Defense Academy has been given new directions without changing its basic fabric.
lap of their journey in different academies, but with a deep sense of connection between them, developed at their alma mater.
The Pune cadets are now marching back towards the quartermaster's fort, while the cadets of the 150th course march towards the quarterdeck. They will step on the quarterdeck, salute the national flag on the mast, and bid farewell to the academy, their home for the past 3 years.
If you look to the left and to the right of the quarterdeck, you will see cadets manning the Jacob's ladders on the quarterdeck mast. These cadets belong to the first and second term of the academy. They'll cheer the cadets of the passing out course. There'll be a fly past on the success. We wish the cadets of the 150th course good fortune and glorious years of service to the nation in keeping up with the ambitious of the academy, living up to its motto, service before self.
सच है विपत्ति जब आती है कायर को ही दहलाती है सूरमा में विचलित होते क्षण धीरज होती विघ्नों को गले लगाते हैं कांटों में राह बनाते हैं शूलों को फूल नसाते हैं पर खुद विपत्ति पर छाते हैं
आज 150 कोर्स के कैडेट्स इसी दृढ़ निश्चय व इन्हीं जीवन के अगले पड़ाव को
It is this discipline.
Ladies and gentlemen, in view of the solemnity of the occasion, we request you to remain seated while the passing out of these cadets are in the process of taking formal leave of the academy. We are requested to leave the parade only after the officer and other senior dignitaries have departed.
देवियों और सज्जनों, आप सभी से अनुरोध है कि जब पासिंग आउट कोर्स के कैडेट धीरे चाल से क्वार्टर डेक से गुजरे तब अपना स्थान तब तक न छोड़ें जब तक प्रस्थान न करें।
Those not loving friends can hurt you if all men come with you, but not too much. If we can fit the